Hello, and welcome to this video about how to construct a search within the Arts and Humanities database. You can access the Arts and Humanities database via Primo under the Databases tab or via our University Library Guides. Once you've accessed correctly, you should see this message at the top of the screen, access provided by University of Plymouth. There is an advanced search function available on the Arts and Humanities database, but I find that providing you know how to construct your search correctly, the basic search is usually enough for your needs. So I'm going to enter a very basic search term, Mary Shelley. And as you can see, it's brought back a lot of results. And if we have a look down our results, you'll find that it is finding the words Mary Shelley together, but it is also picking out the word Mary individually, which might bring us back some articles that we don't want. And a very quick and easy way of remedying that and narrowing our search down a little bit is to put your search term Mary Shelley into quotation marks, which indicates to the database that we wish it to find those two words together as a phrase and not separately. If we now repeat our search, you can see it has narrowed down our results somewhat. However, that is still a lot of results to have to go through. So I'm going to focus my search a little bit more on an aspect of Mary Shelley that I'm particularly interested in. To do this, I'm going to use Boolean Logic, which is where you use the operators and or between your search terms. So using the operator and, I'm also going to add in the search term feminism. What this is now telling the Arts and Humanities database is it wants it to search for articles that contain the words Mary Shelley together as a phrase, but the article must also contain the word feminism. And we should find that narrows our results down even more. There we go. However, when you're using Boolean logic, it's possible to add alternative search terms without having to do a complete separate search for them. So feminism, for instance, could be described in different ways. And I'm going to add in the operator or, and I'm going to type in the phrase women's rights. And notice that I'm putting it in quotation marks again to make sure it finds those two words together. So what this is now telling the database is it wants it to search for articles containing the phrase Mary Shelley, and it must also contain the word feminism or the phrase women's rights, or both. So let's conduct our search again. And as you can see, that's broadened out our results and given us a lot more because we've added an alternative search term. But scrolling down our results, we can see that not all these results are particularly relevant to what we're looking for. And it seems to be picking out the phrase women's rights rather than the other terms that we've put in. And we're getting some articles from medical journals and psychological journals. So I find that putting brackets around the words that are connected with the or operator focuses your search a lot more on what is relevant. So if we now repeat our search, we should have more results than when we just put in feminism, but far fewer than we've just had there. And as you can see, these results are looking quite a bit more relevant. One more thing you can do on this database is you can actually add an asterisk at the root of a word. So if I delete a few letters at the end of feminism and add an asterisk, what it will do now is it will pick up all possible word endings. So it will pick up feminist, feminine, feminism. And again, this should give us back some more results, because again, we're broadening out the search terms. Okay, so to our results. Arts and Humanities database isn't an entirely full text database. Where there is full text available, then it's easy to see because you have these full text links underneath the result. If I click onto this result, here you have the abstract, which is a summary that enables you to decide whether you think the article is going to be useful to you or not. And then you have the full text of the article down below that you can read on screen. However, you can also download the PDF and then you have your own copy saved. There's also a button here that tells you how to cite this article using different referencing styles. There we go. You can email the article to yourself or to somebody else. You can print, and there are also other options here which I'm not going to go through, but you can see the options that are there and available to you. Just going back to the results. So what about the results where we don't have full text? The ones where we don't have full text, you will find this red and white button on ProQuest databases and in some others as well that says SFX at University of Plymouth. So if you click that, that will link into Primo and it will search our other databases to see if it can find that particular article in any of our other databases. Okay, and you can see that it is available in some others, but you do need to pay attention to the date ranges that are available in each of those particular databases or collections. So you can also limit your results using this panel on the left. I wouldn't recommend that you limit your results to full text only for the reason that I've just shown you, that we may have it in another database and you might miss it if you limit to full text only. And also if you are a final year student doing your dissertation or you're a postgraduate student, we can also possibly obtain the article for you through our interlibrary loan service if it turns out that we don't have it elsewhere. But you can limit your results to peer reviewed, which is often a useful option. And that's reduce the number of results. You can limit it by date if you wish, by publication title, or by document type, etc. There are other more advanced features on the Arts and Humanities database, but I will be covering this in another video. So thank you for listening, and I hope you found this useful.